insight. Please stay with us as we come back to you. And now we stay on this topic. Hamas has rejected a statement from the U.S. State Department in which the department has cited credible reports indicating the group would imminently violate the ceasefire deal with Israel. Hamas has added that such allegations are false. This comes as the U.S. State Department had earlier said that it has credible reports that Hamas is planning an imminent attack on civilians in Gaza. The State Department has stated that the attack would violate the ceasefire agreement. The statement released by the State Department has also mentioned that a planned attack against Palestinians would be a direct and grave violation of the ceasefire agreement, and that it would undermine the significant progress that has been achieved through mediation efforts. The State Department did not provide further details on the attack, and it is unclear what reports it was citing. This comes as the first phase of the ceasefire deal between Hamas and Israel is currently in progress. As per the deal, all living hostages have been released and bodies of the deceased are still being returned to Israel. Meanwhile, Israel has released nearly 2,000 Palestinian detainees so far. Now for this discussion, we go back to Peter Baum. He's a foreign editor at Weekly Blitz, joins us live from London. Thank you, Peter, for staying with us. Now, although the sources are unsighted from U.S. State Department's claim, what do you think could be the implications and also Hamas rejecting these planning an imminent attack on civilian things, especially given the lack of disclosed evidence and fragility of this ceasefire agreement? Do you think it can hold until phase 2?
We're hoping so, of course, but let's just reflect what's happened very recently. There have already been attacks by Hamas on Gazan civilians even before the 21-point ceasefire plan was implemented. We saw that all the time in terms of Hamas attacking Palestinians on aid trucks where they stole the food. We've seen it on Palestinians suggesting that there are certain Palestinians who are wanted the war to end and were organising demonstrations against Hamas. We saw how they came down upon them. We've seen it recently with the inter-clan rivalry between those Arab families, those clan families, who are very opposed to Hamas, and we saw how Hamas reacted by executing members in the street, albeit that those clan families did fight back. So I think all the ingredients are there. I think the source of information is credible because we're actually witnessing it. Now, it is in Israel's interests, of course, to foment dissension amongst the Palestinians themselves. The dissension is already there, but it would be a boost to Israel if it could be seen that the Palestinians gather sufficient momentum to react against Hamas. And Hamas will not take this lying down. So I think there is those reports are very credible because we're already seeing it played out in the streets of Gaza. How far it will go, again, this is something we're going to have to look forward to in the days ahead. But if outbreaks are quite severe, then of course it really does jeopardise any chance of phase 2 being implemented of the 21-point plan. So again, I think the reports are credible because we're seeing interfaction murders going on in Gaza. Hamas are still strong, but those families are gathering momentum. They're getting more support from the Palestinians themselves, and they're being emboldened by Israel. So the next 48 hours could be crucial.
Yes, indeed. We will be eyeing that over here. Thank you very much, Peter Baum, for joining us and sharing your insight as a foreign editor at Weekly Blitz. Now we move on to our next news. Dubai-based Emirates NBD is set to acquire a 60